At shooting guard, 6'7", number 14, SeattleRocStar, MYCAREER. Man in the middle, standing 6'8", number 5, Precious Achiuwa. Starting at the other guard, at 6'3", number 1, at forward, 6'7", number 3, O.G. Anunoby. At forward, 6'9", wearing number 43, Pascal Siakam. The head coach of your Toronto Raptors is Nick Nurse. Make some noise, everybody, for your Toronto.
Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got Steve Smith and Greg Anthony at the table with me. And the fourth member of our crew, David Aldridge, our sideline reporter. D.A., take it away.
Thank you very much. Jaren Jackson Jr. is continuing in his father's NBA footsteps. Asked about that influence, Jaren said, just his heart for the game and tenacity. You have to be able to shoot and play defense because you don't want to be a liability. At the end of the day, my dad did all of that, and he won a ring. Kevin Jaren Jr. wants that last part, too.
I can see why, D.A., and I think he's well on his way. Thank you for that one. And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Adams at center with Jackson next to him. Prophet is out there with Morant, and it's Brooks in at the 3 spot. And for Toronto, the forwards are Anunoby and Siakam. Then there's Dragic. Then there's Achiuwa. And it's MykArEer in at the 2 guard. You know, Steve, now that we have some time away from it, how strange and wild were the NBA playoffs in that bubble?
I think the wildest part, Kevin, was having players having the same living arrangements. We'll eventually look back and view it as one of the most interesting times in NBA. History.
And it's going to be the Grizzlies off the tip. Morant against Dragic. Right side Jackson. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. Pass to Anunoby. That's it, coming off an assist from Dragic.
Pretty tall point guard. Goran Dragic sees the entire floor. Terrific look.
Dragic against Morant. Shoots over Dragic. Second chance shot. And there's the nice layup by Adams.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
Now here's Dragic. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. They retain possession. MykArEer can't get it to go. For Memphis, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's the Prophet, and the layup falls.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rag. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Here's Anunoby after the made shot from the Prophet. Achiuwa finds Anunoby. To the inside. Here's MykArEer. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
That's a well-timed, well-coordinated play. Comes right off the pick for the lay-in.
Pass to the Prophet. Anunoby against Brooks. MykArEer can't get it to go. The Grizzlies have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. To the paint. The Prophet passes to Jackson. Memphis moving that ball around. Here's the Prophet trying to get open as Brooks. No good from the Prophet.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
That is the perfect technique to rebound. I mean, he shields his man, kept him behind, and then he's off to the races.
Toronto's gone 0 of 2 from deep here.
And what you like about Anunoby is how efficient he's become. Good to great shot selection. Hits for a solid percentage from the field, from 3, and from the line.
Pass to MYCAREER. 6 on the shot clock. Sweet little floater.
That's nice work. Stopping short of the rim. Just laying it over the top.
And Morant's got the ball here for the Memphis Grizzlies. Trailing by 2. The Prophet laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And another efficiency of Anunoby's, he takes care of the rock.
And for a young player, you're right, GA, he makes very few mistakes. And if he does make a mistake, they don't pile up and become a problem. He just moves on to the next play.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Count that one.
Assisted. Ja Morant.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. The pass to Dragic. Second shot opportunity. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
And at a certain point, you just have to look to someone else to score for you.
The Prophet passes to Morant. Here's the Prophet. Really played well against Sacramento in his last outing. No good with the wing jumper.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
MYCAREER can't get it to go. For Memphis, they've gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Here's the Prophet. He's guarded by Anunoby. The Prophet passes to Adams. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And the intensity Steven Adams brings onto the court with him is obvious. He doesn't let the game come to him. He wants to dictate the tempo.
And Greg, that's a quality that served him well. He had a lot to prove when he came into this league. He had to be assertive early on. That attitude has never left him. He still is an intimidator.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point.
You know, guys, a fun fact about Steven Adams, he was the first New Zealander to ever get picked in the first round of the draft, and he continues to represent his home country well.
He's off on the second. Toronto's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Dragic against Adams. Dragic kicks to Anunoby. And here is Achua. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Pass to Jackson. To the middle. Here's the Prophet. From deep, Brooks gets the three-pointer to fall.
Confident and relatively efficient from 3. Brooks gives you another person who can space the floor.
Siakam outside. Over Jackson. Brooks grabs the board.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
And that one drops.
Challenging the heart of the defense. Ja Morant can beat you with the pass or the shot.
Here's Siakam following the basket by Ja Morant. Can they get it? That shot no good. Adams, some nice D. Memphis leading by 6. Passes to Morant. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to right where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
In the NBA, you've got to keep pace. It's a fast track out there, and I thought their lack of hustle defensively was the story of the game.
You know, sometimes great skill can overcome a lack of intensity, but it's very rare.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Anderson's checked in. Raptors trail by 8. Right side, Dragic. Morant with some nice D.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
And you've seen they've made numerous attempts to try to get him going. Shows how valuable he is to this offense.
I'm glad we got to see the mobile one block once more. What a play.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
Toronto's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Siakam looking around. He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
You can run the offense through Siakam. That's part of what he brings to the table.
With the assist.
And the Grizzlies leading by 6. Down low. And he dumps it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Here's Dragic. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Pass to Siakam. It's Dragic with the drive. And the rejection by Jackson.
I don't know how many shots he's missed this quarter, but they're going to have to find offense from someone else.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Now here's Dragic. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. Anunoby has the open look. That's him coming off an assist from Dragic. Dragic has got 3 assists tonight. Inside. And there it is again from him. Shot good from the Prophet. The Prophet's got 12 in the game. Raptors trail by 9. And the pass to Achua. Here's McKaylu. They get the rebound. Achua, no good. Here are the Grizzlies with the ball. They're on an 18-7 run. Here's the Prophet. He's got 12. Now that one is his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Anunoby with it. He's coming off a 16-point game against Boston. Here's the Prophet. Pass to Anderson. Here's the Prophet. 6 to shoot. Here's Morant. It's hauled in by Achua. Achua's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Dragic the pass to Anunoby. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Siakam. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
Here's the Prophet. The kick out to Anderson. Passes it to Morant. Some nice passing there by Memphis. And yes, it's good. 16 points for the Prophet.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I'll tell you, this was their strategy coming in. They obviously identified a weakness there inside.
And the Raptors call time here.
And one thing about Ja Morant that can get lost in all the highlights, he is truly a gifted playmaker. Great vision, and he manipulates defenses to create openings for his teammates.
Let's not forget, he led the nation in assists his sophomore season at Murray State. His court sense and feel for the game are advanced, especially for a player his age.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Ken Burge is checked in for Achua. Chris Boucher comes in for Pascal Siakam. And it's Barnes in for OG Anunoby.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
Here's MYCAREER following the score by Memphis.
Strong to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
The problem is your opponent is making big plays as well. I'll be curious to see the response.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
So it's Toronto now. Grizzlies making the shot. Bounce pass, Dragic. Here's Barnes. Tries again. He takes it up and lays it in.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Pass to the Prophet. Toronto grabs the miss. Now Barnes. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Jaren Jackson. And what you get with Barnes, Greg, tremendous versatility.
And he gets others involved. Kevin plays great defense, has an excellent feel for the games. He doesn't have to score to impact winning, but if you need points from him, the young fella can provide that as well.
2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Brandon Clark, he's checked in for Memphis. Jones comes in for John Morant. Barnes hits them both. We've got 1:18 left to play in the first quarter. To the left side wing. Here's the Prophet. 18 points for him. And it's good. Looking quite sharp with 10 of 12 shooting tonight.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Now here's Dragic. Barnes left side. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his first.
Clearly a foul.
Second team foul.
The Raptors shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Scotty Barnes at the line for 2.
That's good from Barnes. And the Raptors making a change here. Watanabe's checked in. And Memphis also making a switch. Baines checked in. And the 21st pick in 2019. Smitty, how did Brandon Clark fall that far?
You know, a lot of times when you play 4 years in college, I don't know, for some reason they think something's wrong with that. He was still tinkering with that form on his jump shot. But you look at his productivity at Gonzaga, I'm not surprised how effective he's been in the pros.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
27 seconds left in the first. And here's Dragic. No points in the game yet for him. Barnes outside to the paint. Poked away. It's stolen by Jones. Pushing it up. Here's Clark, and then Clark slams it in.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Dragic with it. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Memphis, out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Oh, the slashing Slovenian, Goran Dragic, told us about his attacking style of play.
We try to get inside the paint and collapse the defense, and then we spray the ball. And, you know, our saying is good to great. You know, sometimes you have a good shot, but if you make an extra pass, you're going to have a greater shot.
Greg, you love that unselfish style, don't you?
Yeah, he can definitely score, but you combine that with his passing and even more for the defense to worry about.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Grizzlies.
They've gotten a lot of high-quality shots in the paint early on. That was clearly part of their game plan coming in.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Prophet is out there with Tyus Jones. Then it's Brandon Clark. And it's Bane in at the small forward.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Pascal Siakam was the most improved player in 2019. He says, I love that I cannot be able to do something, but if I put in a lot of hours doing it, I can become good at it. The former 27th pick overall said, not to sound arrogant, but I saw this coming. Guys?
Deciding to change it up. Dragic the pass to Mikhailuk. Now here's Achua. Here's Mikhailuk. He has 6. Back to Achua. 5 on the clock. From deep three-point range. Rebound by the Prophet.
This is how it's been so far. He's missed every shot he's taken, and the team is suffering the consequences. Throughout the evening, he's gotten to his spots, and the defense has not adjusted.
Toronto's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Mikhailuk passes to Siakam. Up top, Dragic. He's covered by Anderson. Ball stolen. The pass to the Prophet. Out to Brooks. Here's the Prophet, covered by Siakam. Back to Morant. Some nice passing there by Memphis. And no good that time. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. Siakam passes to Dragic. Back to Siakam. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Siakam's got his second bucket tonight.
This is where Siakam is comfortable operating from. He loves going to work in the paint.
Here's the Prophet. Makes it off the glass. 25 points for the Prophet. All right, Greg, you're a lefty. You're on the call tonight. Here we are courtside. Who do you think is the best left-handed player currently in the NBA?
Oh, it's the beard. James Harden, Kevin, no question. But Zion's going to be carrying that torch for us lefties going forward. I have no doubt he'll make us proud.
And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. Here's Brooks. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Brooks has got 5 points so far. And here's Dragic. He'll bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. Anunoby passes to Achua. Here's Mikhailuk.
Memphis foul. Number 5. That's his first personal foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%? We are having a lot of success from the line here in the second quarter.
Flynn's checked in for Goran Dragic.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
A nice shot by Anderson.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Morant against Flynn. Now Anunoby. He's got 5. To the inside. A nice shot by Flynn. Flynn's got his first points of the game.
And if you're the coach, you love to see this. Anunoby creating for someone else.
Morant passes to the Prophet. Back to Morant. And it's blocked. And he gets it back. And he's able to get it back.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Outside Flynn. The tray. A nice shot by McCullough. He's got 10.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Now here's Morant. 13 points in the game. A floater, and that's 2 points on the layup. Morant's got 11 points in the quarter.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Toronto's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Outside Flynn. 55 seconds left in the second quarter. It's rebounded by Memphis. Jackson's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Here's the Prophet, covered by Siakam.
Beasting on defense. First he closes out hard on the shooter, then he attacks the glass. Filthy.
Pass to Anunoby. Here's McCullough. Back to Anunoby. Clock at 6. Over Brooks. They get it again. Achua. Good D by Anderson. Morant outside. From past the arc. And the last shot of the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies, leading by a full 31 points at the end of the quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at the Prophet in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, the passing he brings to the table on full display through the first 2 quarters.
The engine that makes them run. He's been able to push the action, and he's making great decisions.
The forwards are Anunoby and Siakam. And then there's Precious Achua. Then there's Dragic. And it's McCullough in at the 2. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile 1 block we just saw on replay.
And that block might serve as a spark for this team. We'll see if it can ignite them.
Memphis moving that ball around. Here's the Prophet. Plays it up and banks it in. The Prophet's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Grizzlies.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
An uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
Down low. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Morant outside. 5 to shoot. Passes it to the Prophet. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got assist number 8 here in this one already. And here's Dragic. He'll bring it up for Toronto.
And if you're wondering if Ja Morant lacks for confidence, well, look no further than his point god moniker. This kid is fearless, and he's hungry, and he plays with that proverbial chip on his shoulder.
The Prophet passes to Adams. He gets it in there. Adams has got 7.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Bounce pass, Dragic. Siakam finds Anunoby. To the middle. Here's McCauley. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket. And Greg, you talk about the fearlessness for Morant, reminiscent of Allen Iverson, the way he throws it.
Oh! With the ball in his hands, Ja draws so much defensive attention. Got his teammate a clean look.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Pass to McCauley. Back to Dragic. Down low. Here's Anunoby. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Anunoby's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Nice job. Those passes have to be right on the money around the painted area.
Inside. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Dragic against Morant. He lobs it up. The dunk by Achua.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through.
An unselfish player. I like how Morant is all about helping his teammates. Terrific pass.
Dragic against Morant. Dragic kicks to Anunoby. The pass to McCauley. They double team Siakam. Pass to McCauley. Just 5 to shoot. The 3. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Jackson's got 11 rebounds in the game.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far. Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
Passes it to McCauley. Raptors get it back.
And hustle like that is why he leads this team in rebounds tonight.
Controlling the glass helps them maximize their number of possessions. He's done everything he can do to help them in that area.
Here's the Prophet. He has 35. The shot's good. Jackson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Morant against Dragic. Pass to Anunoby. And the rejection by Jackson. For the finish.
The assist.
You like how Adams surveys the whole floor, allowing him to spot the wide open man.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Siakam passes to Achua. And it's Memphis on the break. Brooks has got the ball. No good from the Prophet. Raptors have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Here's Dragic, and the Raptors miss again. Memphis has gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Morant passes to Adams. Who's back up. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Grizzlies.
Anytime you get as many points from the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going.
And I also love the way they move.
Kobe's checked in for the Raptors.
At the line,
So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here.
Barnes.
Tillman, he's checked in for Steven Adams. Anderson comes in for Bain. The Prophets checked in for Melton. And it's John Morant in for Tyus Jones. Memphis has gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. That shot off. Good D by Anderson. Now here's Morant. D right on him. 52 seconds left in the third. Here's the Prophet. 37 points for him. And it's Clark in the corner. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And Toronto making a change here. Flynn's checked in. Jaren Jackson's checked in for Memphis. Toronto's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Flynn against Morant. Here's the floater. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. Toronto shooting 31%, not looking sharp offensively to say the least. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Barnes outside. Just 5 on the clock. From deep. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Now into the lineup for your Raptors. Precious Achiuwa.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies, able to put on a show for the ages. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Back right after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Very unselfish. If you appreciate teamwork, this is the kind of play that will get you up out of your seat.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So on the floor for Memphis, John Morant, he's out there with the Prophet. And there's Jackson, and it's Tillman in at the center, locking down the middle. And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That's his first foul. And we all value a dose of humility from time to time, even, Steve, from the stars. But what do you think is the right balance between bravado and modesty?
I think you always got to have character and respect. I think that's where it comes from. But during competition, Long as you're not crossing the line, I think it's okay.
Conchar can't get it to go. Bonga the pass to Flynn. And here is Anunoby. Now the pass to Bonga. Pass to Achua. Conchar pulls it in. Memphis has gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on threes. The Prophet passes to Morant. Shot clock at 6. Misses from close range. And so it's Bonga who brings up the ball for the Raptors. Here in the fourth quarter, the defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
One of the cases where height fails to tell you the whole story.
Flynn against Morant. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. Here's Flynn. Here's Achua. And the rejection by Jackson. Morant looking around. Here's the Prophet. And again, Memphis no good.
One made three formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Anunoby kicks to Achua. Gillespie, the pass to Anunoby. Here's the teardrop. One-on-one here. Here's the Prophet. And some very quick points for him on that possession. The Prophet's got 14 points here in the second half.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
The Raptors have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Passes it to Bonga. Now, here's Anunoby. Shot clock at 5. The dunk by Achua.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And, Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Pass to Tillman. And last season, All-Stars, Greg, missing 19% of their available games. With the shortened off seasons, are you concerned about the toll it takes?
You are, but this offseason maybe not as painfully short as the last one. And in these tough times, some sacrifices are made, no doubt. Health, perhaps, one of the biggest.
The Prophet passes to Conchar, and the layup's good off the glass.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
Raptors have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Up top, Anunoby. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
That's his second.
That is great body control by Jaren Jackson. Takes the hit, completes the play, now gets to the line for one more.
And after suffering that knee injury in the bubble back in 2020, Jackson worked his way back, Steve.
That's always one of the toughest parts of the game, dealing with serious injury when you're young. They're hoping he can remain healthy because he's a foundational piece moving forward.
So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Now, for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
You did a great job with man coverage tonight. Can you talk a little bit about what the game plan was there? Any tendencies you were focusing on?
Candace, the game plan was to shut them down, impose our will. We're a better team than them, so if we focus and give energy, we're going to come out on top, and we did just that.
I hear that. How did you take away their first options?
Look, like I said, it's just a matter of trying with us. If we're locked in, that's all it takes. It's not about studying them. We're the superior team, and it's about being the best us that we can be. And I like to set the tone on the defensive end, so that's what you saw tonight. And, yo, we got the W.